Darling, I am feeling so lazy today. I think the baby is kicking too much. I'm not so happy about his kicking as if I'm some football. They all burst into laughter as Kingsley dresses up to go to work. He looks at himself and smiles in the mirror, staring at his wife, talking to herself now indistinctly. He's done buttoning his shirt and turns to his wife and lands a good kiss on her lips. He snatches his bag, but as he made his way, his wife, Clara, clutches onto his bag on the other side, looking at her husband seductively as if she wants a one-night stand before he departs. What is it again, Clara? I just told you I'm not in a good situation and I can't clean the house, so get a cleaner or call one bloody cleaning agency, fine looking fellow, and clean the entire house, including the bathroom, he replies coolly. So who's going to pay for the debts? Clara stares around the room as if she's searching for something. Mr. Man of the house, what's your duty as the man? I'm not here to tell you your duties. You should know better. Kingsley is obviously not happy with their tone and the theatrics she's putting forth. You win. I'll call the cleaning agency on my way to the office. Then he steps out. Few hours later, Clara, who was inside the hall, heard the doorbell ring and she rushed to attend to the door, and lo and behold, it was a cleaning lady from the Dream Cleaners. Clara's face suddenly drops up on seeing the cleaner, who has in her hands her cleaning toolkit. The cleaner, on the other hand, is beaming with smiles. Hello, I'm Julia. I'm pleased to meet you. I've been assigned to work here in your mansion. She extends her hands to exchange pleasantries, but Clara would have none of it. She takes her around and tells her to do her job very well and leave in peace. Certain ground rules that she doesn't talk or say anything to her client or her husband about what she may see. Julia, on the other hand, is just confused at what Clara is saying, but she just obliges and heads straight to start her work. Then in a few minutes the doorbell rings and a nice-looking young man, very tall and handsome, is met with a warm hug by Clara. She holds him in high esteem and walks him to the chair, leaving him with some kisses. Her mood seems to have heightened all of a sudden. She's all over the young man, whom she refers to as Martin. Baby, I miss you. I just couldn't wait to come and see you. Hope he's not taking my place completely. Clara laughs it off as she walks in with a bottle of champagne and some ice cubes. She pours it into two glasses and smiles as she hands over one of the glasses to Martin. As they talk, Martin looks into her eyes. He puts the drink down and launches some seductive kisses on her sweet lips. As they continue to kiss, Julia bumps into them. He goes back and videos them secretly, and after getting enough evidence, she immediately enters as if she was just entering the hallway. They immediately stop as Clara warns her about revealing any secret, since she was ready to do all she can to ensure that she loses her job as a form of punishment for sneaking out on them. Julia apologizes and leaves. As she leaves, Martin mutters to Clara, I don't trust her. I think we must punish her before she reveals anything to anyone. Well, I can't agree with you more, but what do you suggest we do? Martin whimpers for a while and then looks at Julia's bag and suggests that she puts something valuable from the husband's room into her bag and frame her for stealing. You're a genius. I never thought of it that way. Let me go get my husband's expensive watch and stack it into her bag. Julia! 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 She yells her name for the fourth time and Julia appears at the hall. When she comes, Clara tells her to try and cut the grasses outside, but Julia insists that she's only a cleaner and not a handyman or gardener. This gets Clara more aggrieved and she yells at her, threatening to send her home forever. Then she heads out to check how the outside and garden looks like, so she could call for reinforcement since that wasn't part of her contract. When she steps outside, then she tacks the watch into her bag. Doing very well, she's innocent. Then Martin then asks her about the pregnancy. She tells him it was just a ploy for him to treat her nicely and stop her from working so she could stay at home and have a quality life. They kiss for the last time, and Martin asks when she's going to be hers completely. Wait for a while, Martin. Soon we'll be united. When I divorce him, I'll get more than 50% of the property. Then we can travel outside the country and enjoy ourselves. They kiss another time, and this time, Julia catches them kissing. You didn't see anything, you damn dirty, lousy cleaner. She nods in agreement. Then her husband also enters. She quickly runs to her husband in tears, pointing to the cleaner that she had assaulted her hands. She should press legal charges. She then introduces Martin as one of her colleagues at work. They exchange pleasantries, and Kingsley and Clara go upstairs to inspect the work. All was set upstairs, so they came downstairs to assess if she had cleaned the hall very well. When they come down, Clara asks her husband's watch, since he was supposed to give it away as a gift to his father-in-law. Kingsley then shows her where the watch is, but she tells her husband because of her pregnancy, it was unhealthy for her to be climbing the stairs up and down again. Kingsley obliged, sighed, and climbed upstairs in quick fashion and got back in record time. He told Clara there was nothing there and asked if she had not taken it away. Clara answers in the negative. Then she quickly turns attention to Julia, claiming she was there all the time and spent more time in the bedroom than any other rooms. Kingsley looks at Julia and asks where the watch is. Julia confidently says she has nothing to do with it. She's innocent and wouldn't dare do anything like that. I know I may not have money and be poor. Even though currently my son is at the hospital on the verge of death, I'd rather remain poor and he die a hero than to save his life with stolen money. Clara, feeling guilty, calls her a thief and tells her husband should check her bag because that's the best place to hide such an expensive watch. Clara quickly dashes to her bag and removes the watch after dabbling with some of the things in her bag. She pulls out the watch, and Julia's face is greeted with surprise. She kneels and begs and tells them she knows nothing about it. Martin pushes her away, ready to abuse her as Kingsley pleads that he stops. Kingsley, let me teach this thief a huge lesson. The correctional facilities won't do anything to her. No, Martin, Kingsley yells. Let us give her a chance to explain. Darling, why are we wasting time on this cheap thief with little smartness? Let me call the police when they grab her away. Nope, that won't be necessary until she tells me the full reason why she'd do that, knowing I am a regular and high-paying client in this community. Sobbing, Julia softly muttered, I am innocent. I didn't steal. I didn't know how it got into my bag. My bag had been downstairs all this while, and Madame and this man have been in the hall all this while. How could I possibly steal your watch? Anyway, your story sounds real. To verify your claims, let me check the CCTV footage on my phone. Martin and Clara's face turned red as they look at each other upon hearing the CCTV footage. Clara then holds her husband tight. Darling, is it necessary to check the CCTV footage? So you now believe a stranger over your wife? Really? Have you sunk that low? And installed a CCTV camera in our own house without informing me? You've disrespected me. I'm so disappointed in you, Kingsley. Kingsley replies, what stops me from confirming her story? It could be a mistake. Kingsley begins to check the footage, then Clara holds her tummy. The baby is kicking. I can't feel it. I can't feel it. It's kicking hard. Kingsley, please take me to the hospital. Kingsley, please. Stop fooling yourself, Clara. I knew from day one you were cheating on me. So I had to bring Julia here to pretend to be a cleaner, since you wanted one to come and finish with the installation of the cameras, so that I can confirm all the messages I saw and forwarded on your phone, including all the sex videos you two made behind me. Oh, if you care to know, I have everything on my device. Clara is busted at this stage. Kingsley, for real? You are spying on me, reading my text messages. Why would you do that? Well, I want you two out of this house immediately. Julia then adds, I've got you two on camera kissing, so all odds are against you now. So who is the thief now? Kingsley ends the marriage and sacks her from her house. Moral of the story. Always remain truthful to your spouse and respect everyone regardless of their work.